Ladies and gentlemen, during these times, every single day that I go out there to my mailbox and I get any type of a letter, a gift, or love, it puts a big smile on my face. And so, if you'd like to keep that up, you can send anything, asterisk, to 5430 Birdwood Road, apartment 416, Houston, Texas, 77096. Appreciate all you and love all y'all, and y'all have been fantastic. But hurricane season is almost here. And so I'm trying to get as much fun and crazy out as I can in the next month, asterisk, although I think we should all have a great summer, because hurricane season is almost here. And I have done an exceptional job at the last 3 hurricane seasons. And so I expect to do that again this year for you guys. I've just done a great job, and there's no debate. You don't want to get some, like, me in some ego trip where I'm like, I've been #1. We don't want to do that. You can if you want to. Anyway, remember how I've been talking about when I said I think hurricanes, if I had to pick where the hurricanes will hit this year, I would say Southwest Texas, Alabama, like right up through here into Alabama and Florida, and then I think there's at least one coming to around this area. And then I think Florida could get hit twice. Or that fourth one could go up there. Who knows, man? But the models, this is what I'm talking about. Where one of the trends I think we might see is that's the southern movement right there. One of the GFSs just showed us. And that would be for May. Anyway, so like I've been a super pro. I've been like Superman at hurricanes for a couple years now. And the models do this the GFS and the new version of the GFS do this really weird thing where they draw up a bunch of fake hurricanes on the models. And it's like 3-card Monte. You don't know when the real one is there, and they're going to show you a bunch of fakes. Though, if you go back to time, they showed you where the hurricanes went eventually. They just got the timing way wrong. And so, in this phase, what we're mainly doing is watching the moisture patterns from the multiple different models. Okay? And so no matter what I have been talking about for like over a year now, even the volcanoes that are going off to the west of Baja, that this moisture pattern and all the volcanic activity happening here, like this is what we are watching. And so for about a month now, I have been extremely concerned, and I think Dada Boo, the Florida webmaster, sort of agrees with me, that like the patterns we are seeing come out of the Gulf are pretty alarming, and we're probably going to see a very active hurricane season. Though, I mean, anything, I can only verify what I say. Okay. So, like, so at this point, we don't know which of the ones it's going to show us are or aren't real, and that, as a lot of great people on Weather Twitter have been pointing out lately, that the like last top 5 landfalling hurricanes went from tropical storm to category 5 hurricane in less than 3 days. So that for the people who like to verify everything, it's like, okay, this is exactly what's going to happen. Usually 3 to 5 days is the best they're ever going to tell you. I do what I can to tell you honestly from my heart as soon as I can. And I've already said I'm pretty sure one is coming in the middle of September and one is coming in the middle of October. Like 90% sure, 95% sure. It's planet stuff I talk about all the time. Anyway, so the models have been starting to draw up. I mean, this date would be 6th. The models have started to throw the fake asterisk hurricanes at us. So doing what I do in my job, you guys support as your planetary defense commander and being a super hurricane pro. Like I said, if you guys want to support every letter, every book, every comic book, all the stuff you guys have sent is great. The rocks, the minerals, the quartzes, the pink salts, you guys are fantastic. And hurricane season gets rough on me. You know, like I said, I need a vacation. I'm sick of talking about weather. I've been talking about this shit nonstop for like 5 straight years. Been doing this for 6.5. I didn't become a weather master till like after I mastered the sun. And mastery is a loose term, man. It's like minor mastery. Am I talking about? Oh, yeah. So I'm just doing my thing, and my thing is good. I pull from a whole lot of resources, including like krankywxguy and a lot of the people on hashtag WX Twitter, all the weather people out there. We all work as a team when the shit hits the fan. Trying to save as many lives as possible and get out good information. So talking about, oh yeah, so in my phase of doing what I do, pretty much I'm watching the majority. Whoa, mic problems. I'm watching the majority of the model runs now, not just to pick any one and be like, yes, this is definitely going to happen, but to watch what the basic overall moisture pattern is, because the models may get the hurricane, no hurricane, hot dog, no hot dog, right or wrong. Usually the moisture that it shows even 16 days out is accurate to what the amount of moisture you're going to see in the map. And I proved this again and 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 again. And we're seeing just amazing amounts of moisture in the atmosphere all over. It's like the people who like to say they're controlling the weather. Like, look, dude, there's so much more moisture in the atmosphere than you would need as a supervillain to do your super master plan with water. You need to trust me here. As someone who can get hurricanes and right a year in advance, if not more. We'll see though. The September, October will solidify that shit. Because the gas giants, it matters. You have the gas giants apparently affect the sun, and so this maximum grand solar minimum asterisk that with all the gas giants being on the same side, we're going to get very volcanic because the sun is connected to the volcanoes. Because this Earth has like a star inside of it. I don't know if you knew that. Anyway, so this is our planet's alignment right now, and the two biggest planets are right here. We're about to go to this cool fun zone, although it's going to be volcano-y and hurricane-y. And then when we line up with Eris in October, that's when we're going to get the second hurricane that I know of. Okay, where was that? Anyway, so we got a lot going on. And this is the latest model runs, but so I'm just watching this pattern. And I can tell you right now, I'm very concerned about the amount of moisture levels we're seeing, A, in the atmosphere, and B, the amount that we're seeing in the Caribbean. And this is right next to all the volcanic activity that's happening in Guatemala and Mexico. And there was a major eruption out of Popocatépetl, the volcano that's been going off all year, on the 22nd, yesterday, when my official North American volcano watch begins and lasts for anywhere from 3 to 6 years. But you can see all the models, and this is the gem. This ain't even the GFS, who supposedly has that bias to create weird 3-card Monty hurricanes. And so we, like last year's Pacific hurricane season, as we call it, was the most active ever. So look, so that throws about the second. On the second, so technically this is a hurricane season, Atlantic hurricane season technically started a week ago with Andrea, when she popped her head up and then left. And then it officially starts on June, but remember, most of the time we're not, in the last 2 years when we got hit by 3 hurricanes each year, they didn't start falling until the end of August. And so if we start getting hit by hurricanes at the very beginning, you know, I have put the over-under at hurricanes this year at about 3.5, right? If I was a gambling house, if you want to pick the over-under, bro, right now I'm putting it at 3.5. That's where we're getting hit by. Definitely 2 are going to be over category 4 and higher. I hope I'm wrong. Then I can quit talking about weather all the time. And I can start kissing beautiful women again. I'm going to do that no matter what this summer. You can't stop me. All right. So yeah, so this is the latest gem. And the gem has some type of tropical system coming out for the beginning of June. So, okay, Asteroid Fight Club. We're going through the data. I'm putting us on Hurricane Watch for the start of June. Are you ready for a hurricane at the start of June? And I'm here in Houston. Anyone on this coast is playing this fun Asteroid Club game. Asteroid Fight Club game with me. Asteroid Fight Club game with me. And yeah, at times I go crazy. I try to put out some type of an update almost every day, no matter what is going on in the world. And so, you know, I'm going to have my moody ups and I'm going to have my moody downs, but I'm always here looking out for everybody and the animals trying to get everybody prepared and get you all to pull your heads out of your asses so we can build new cities and safe places and adapt to these changes. Because these rain bands are crazy, man. And I've done a great job. Also, yeah, so these giant moisture chunks. And so now that's okay. The big deal is like I'm worried, concerned about these challenges because if this like we know that when the high flattens out, the Azores high flattens out, that's when Africa starts popping off hurricanes at us like a softball vending machine. And so if the Gulf is going to be throwing hurricanes at us too at a more accelerated pace, that's going to be problematic. And you know, the Aztec used to sacrifice thousands of people to whatever stupid ass evil gods they had. And so what I'm saying to my people, and you're all my people, is that I don't want the bad guys to sacrifice any of you. So we got to be smart enough to not get sacrificed by the people trying to distract you with bad information. Right? Does that make any sense? I don't know. And so, you know, like for like the next 3 weeks, technically, I'm trying to be on super THORnews vacation. I definitely need to leave the apartment more. Because when the hurricanes start to hit, it's not fun for me. It's like, no, it's very stressful. And a lot of people listen to what I say, so I try to give out great information in a cool way, not lose my cool. Anyway, so I'm just saying, so for the next 3 weeks, just letting you guys know, I'm trying to force myself to have as much fun as possible and get all my silly crazy out. Like, look at these moisture levels, though. Like, yeah, it's going to be bad, dude. For sure. Like I said, we can check back. Van Halen rules. So we can check back, dude. But like I'm saying, all the models, everybody needs to be on high alert for the beginning of June. High alert. High hurricane alert for the start of June. And like the temperatures there's another, like, my volcanic watch. I think the surprise place that I hadn't figured in was the Caribbean. I mean, I had mildly figured in, but I was looking more out for the West Coast. But we're looking at shifts here, or I am. I don't know what you're looking at. You may be looking at something else while listening. And some people may be like, I don't like your style. Well, that's fine, because my information is immaculate. Asterisk, I make mistakes. All right, so let's just skip to June. No, let's go to the 31st. Yeah. Look at this crazy shit. Oh, it's not as crazy as it was, but it still breaks the record by 5 degrees. Let me zoom in. Because yeah, this had like 108. But even 100 degrees would the record temperature in the Carolinas, South Carolinas, 95. So I think if I got all my information correct. And so earlier we were saying 108 degrees. Yeah, like this shit. I mean, still like 105, 104, anything over 100 in May is weird. And so that is near the Caribbean. I don't know if you guys know this, but yeah, Florida and this part is near the volcanic islands of the Caribbean. I remember all the volcano activity here has just been off the chart. Okay, so yeah, this is my look at. I will be watching. I'm on hurricane season point. I'm trying to get as much of my silly fun out. I'm going to ask everybody to do their best to have as much fun this summer also. But this situation, could get lit in 3 days. But we know it's going to be lit this season. And so, do what you can. Now, and one of the things I can stress the most is when we know at some point that hurricane's probably going to hit a certain area, for the governors and the corporations to let people out of their jobs and their schools as soon as possible, because they need more than 3 days advance to ask themselves, do I want to stay? Do I want to leave? Okay, God bless everyone. Like I said, if you want to support me, definitely try and trickle it out over time. I definitely like getting at least 1 letter a day. That is a wonderful feeling. And I always feel super inspired to go kick ass and work, no matter how bad I felt during that time, because all the information is garbage. He's coming in, all the information is bad. I've been working on all these edited videos, but like when I chain all the information together of how bad the weather's been in May, it's pretty scary. But we can handle it, right? Okay, so I love you guys. I thank you guys. You guys are great. And I got an eye on things. I'm tired of looking at the river flooding maps. But you guys are great, and we're going to have fun. And I love you. God bless everyone.